lovelies. Come on in. It's FriYay. That's right. There we go. Here they come. Alrighty. We've got some questions. Are you ready for answers? Happy FriYay. There's my girl Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Marguerite's here. Yay, yay. Hello, Mia. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you had a good vacation. There's Nancy. Hello, Nancy. And Doris. And Susan. And there's Lizzie. And there's Heather too. Yay. Hello, Yolanda. And guess who that is? There's our girl Jenny. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Gwen. Yay, FriYay. Hello, Beverly. There's Joanne. Got my romper room glass out. I need to have one of those, don't you think? I'm gonna get one. Hello, hello, Simone, Carol, Norma, yay. Lynn is here too. Kathy's here. Yeah, I know, those reminders can just be hit and miss. Hey, Judith. We don't have any control of that. That's a Facebook thingy. The state of Washington, it is a glorious, beautiful state. I love Washington. I love the whole Pacific Northwest. I think it's gorgeous. Yes, I do. I also love where I am, which is absolutely gorgeous. We woke up this morning with socked in, just nothing. You couldn't see anything, just clouds. And now it's incredible, beautiful view. Hi, Kathy. How are you today? Everyone, how are you today? Are you excited? We are on day 5 of the sprint. Hi, Catherine. Good to see you. And guess what? We're not going off the rails this time, are we? Ladies, lovelies, those of you who do, you know who you are. You sprint for 5 days and then just go nutso on the weekends. Why? Don't want to do that. There's my girl Letha. Good to see you. We don't need to do that. You know what we need to do? We need to stand strong. Who are you? What are you made of? What are you made of? This is when the test comes on the weekend, when you're thinking a glass of wine sure sounds nice, or man, I'd love a little pasta, or man, I'd sure like this. Let's stay the course. What are you made out of? Who are you? Stand up, show up, and do your thing. Let's get through the whole entire thing with a victory. What do you think? What do you think? Carol, the webinar link is savingdinner.com/webinar. Just click on that. Do it on Chrome. It won't. It doesn't work well on Safari, but do it on Chrome if you have a choice. That's what I know. So anyway, here we go. Today's FriYay. We've got all the questions in. Thank you for that. Oh goodness, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at notes. We got all the questions in. Thank you for that. And if you do have questions, remember, you always tag me in a post and say, hey, I have a question about this. But the best thing is right now today on Fridays, we do this whole number. It's fantastic. We do all the Q&As. And I just saw Marguerite pass 4.5 pounds. Good for you, Marguerite. Proud of you. And I'm telling you, last night we had a great turnout for our webinar. And you know, this webinar is all about like what's next, what works, what doesn't work, what's the difference between this and a keto diet, all of those, because these questions have been asked to me 3 million times. And so I want to talk to you about that. I also want to give you an education on what to expect and what kind of thing, why we do the things that we do, because we do things differently here. Our stuff is all based on the latest scientific research, and the reason that we do this is because that's what I have found works. And over the years, my stuff changes because as the new research comes in, I'm constantly changing it up. So we've probably got more stuff on the way, I promise you. Right now I'm doing a big dive into another thing, and I'm not sure how I feel about all of this, but you know, you got to look at everything, right? That's my job. I'm agnostic, really. Of course I have my ideas. Of course, I have my notions, but I'm here to serve all. If you're eating whole food, that's the only thing that's important. That's it. I don't care how you do it, but if you're having an issue and what you're doing isn't working well, then, talk to me. I can help you with that. That's it. We have a great quote of the week, which, by the way, what a good quote this is for Sprint Week, right? And I'm going to say it in my own terms because I'm going to get gender specific. So, yeah, you can take your hot melt mix anytime you want, Nancy. Hot melt mix is good. I do mine now because this is a break the fast thing. Although I had my Target trifecta smoothie about 11:45. I just was hungry all morning. I tested it. I waited to see, but I listened to my body. That's fine. And you know what's going to happen? I'm not going to get hungry again until probably about 4 o'clock. And at 4 o'clock, probably what I'm going to do is make an early dinner. We're having steaks tonight. How unusual. We have steak a couple of times in a week. Here's our quote. Man, or make it woman cannot discover new oceans until she has the courage to lose sight of the shore. And for those of you who are new to the sprint, girlfriends, you have lost sight of the shore and you have tried something on. Some of you have gone into keto flu and saying, I feel a little weird and what's all this about? And all of the lovelies in our community have come to your rescue to say, hey, it's normal. Been there, done that. So this is one of the things that differentiates us, I believe, from every other thing on Facebook, because I'm going to tell you, I have been in groups. I am in groups. I'm in a bazillion groups. A part of them, running them, whatever. I've never seen such vibrancy like we have in the Hot Melt Sprint group. And to all of you who are here, who are part of that group, you know what I say? Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for stepping up. And thank you for being such an amazing help and an incredible inspiration for all of those who are just trying this out. It's amazing. And I just saw Joy Farley there. Hi, Joy, sweetheart. She's my daughter's age, and her mom and I go way back. And Felinda Farley is one of those women that you never, ever forget as long as you live. Felinda and I have stayed connected at the hip, even though we've been all over Kingdom Come, or she's stayed the same place, but I've been all over the place, still stayed connected. Those are the women that you want in your life, right? And we connect in community. And this whole isolation thing, it is isolating, but you don't have to stay isolated. Get online, get into this Facebook group and connect, because that's in your DNA. You know that? Community is in our DNA. We need each other. We're tribal folk. It's in our DNA. We connect in families and tribes and villages. Connect. It's important to belong. And I'm telling you, you all belong as long, all you have to do is just hop on into there. Not only that, but you've got all your sisters there to help you. We're all on the same page. And that's when the connection gets deep and just, right to your core. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but I just thought I would mention that because it's just everything. It is everything. And it helps us to calm our little selves down. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I just need somebody to say, calm down, Leanne. Just bring it on down, because that's how it is. So if you want to check out the workshop, the webinar that we did last night, do it now. Go to savingdinner.com/webinar. You can put it up on another tab. Go watch it after this. And just take a look at it and take notes, for heaven's sakes. I've got 10 actionable points for you that you will not want to miss out. Whether or not you take me up on my offer or not, you can still do this, because I have people asking me questions all the time and they want answers. They want to know, what do I do to get to the next level? How is this going to help me out? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly how these things help you out. There's so much good stuff there. And believe me, this webinar took me a year to make, really, because I kept changing it. Now I'm really happy with it, but that's not to say I won't change it. I change it as the science comes in, because I'm constantly in it. This is how we make good decisions. We make good decisions based on science. We can't just say, oh, well, I read somewhere, someone told me, I read an article in Cosmo or some crappy magazine. You know, we've got to dig further, guys. We got to dig further. There's a ton of misinformation out there, and I'm going to say right here, it stops here. I'm not going to let that go by. I dig into everything. So just letting you know. Wow, look at all these questions. So a bunch of questions came in, so we're going to get right to it. And first of all, before we do, thank you, Cody. I'm glad you enjoyed the webinar. I will also say this. We have right now just released this week our new pricing structure for all of our supplements, and you can save up to 25%. Go to savingdinner.com/shop and check them all out. We have gone clear over the edge. Call me crazy. I don't care. I'm used to it. We put it all on black and said, here it is. We have all the supplements in the shop. Some of them are starting to get low because you guys are taking advantage of these bulk offers. Take advantage of them. You get up to 25% off. You can see all about it, read all about it. It's on the website. I know, Joanne, and you took advantage of that, and you're so wise. This is what we do. This is how I grocery shop, by the way. When I see a good sale, I just stock up. You should see the freezer downstairs. You know how much salmon I have in there? My wild salmon is crazy. The wild salmon is crazy. The wild salmon in there is stacked up. You know why? Found it on sale. I got it for $7.99 a pound. It's usually $12, $14, $16, $19.99 a pound. But when I find it on sale, in it goes. Stack, stock, get it done. So do the same thing with my supplements. And next week, yes, we will have supplement of the week. I had somebody asking me if we're going to have another one. Of course. We do these things. We stock up. This is how you should shop. Save your money, put it together, and when you see a good sale, take advantage of it and get it all in. I'm telling you. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but don't you like a good deal? I'm all about not paying retail. Right now, glycozyme, Just Juice Veggies, and Infant Crusher flying out the door. So grab it because, again, when those are out, they're out. And it's going to take us another couple of weeks to get them in. So grab it. Go to store.savingdinner.com. Not that I was giving you the wrong link. Store.savingdinner.com. Easy. Just do it. Open another tab. Get it done. Anyway, limited quantities on all that. Fill in the blank. Yada, yada. You know. Oh my goodness. So good to see everybody. Hi, Arla. Elaine, good to see you. And, you know, thank you also for you know, you guys light me up and are incredibly supportive. I hope I'm supporting you back. We are working hard behind the scenes. And let me just tell you, what do you think of my skin? Our new skincare line. I've been using it now for 3.5 weeks and have made some final decisions. We're getting ready for it. Marla and I are releasing this. This is going to be the Wise Women's skincare line because Wise Women take care of themselves. They take care of their skin. It's an inside job too, but it's also an outside job. What are you putting on your skin? Is it feel plump and juicy and wonderful? Yeah, this is 62. You know, I'm feeling pretty good about 62. I feel like I've got it down. But this is collagen in action on the inside, and then we're taking it out on the outside and putting all the right stuff on. It's exciting. So I just tell you that because I want you to know that these things are happening. Our Wise Women's line is, I mean, our supplements are great. We've got so many things in the works right now. And I'm just, after I get off here, I've got a coaching client. And then when we're done with our coaching, I'm going to be getting into the weeds and making sure everything is set because I'm telling you, we've got good stuff coming. By the way, if you are a part of the Full Bloom Workshop, which was supposed to be held here in my awesome house in the mountains with the gorgeous view. Well, I have news for you. I'm going to say probably not. Probably not. Simply, because if you, I don't expect you to get on an airplane if I won't, right? And this is what's happening. So here's the thought. And not just the thought, this is the deal. We're still going to go ahead and have it virtually. We're going to have if you want to pay for the upgrade and do our ladies' night, it's going to be great. Cody, the collagen shot recipes, you can do a little search bar in the Hot Melt Sprint and you can find them. They're all there. And here's the thing: we are going to have this conference, and you know, for all of you who've already done this, you're going to get all the virtual, getting all my virtual conferences full bloom. And then when it's time for really having it here, you're going to be here too for that. So you're kind of getting bonused. It's just we're pushing it out. We have to because, you know, COVID and all that, blah, blah. Anyway, so here we are. Q&A. Got questions? I got answers. So Jackie's asking, I'm wondering about meal prep ideas to store ahead in the fridge's freezer. Well, girlfriend, we have just a few of those. We have plans for that. I got a plan for that. I sound like Elizabeth Warren 5 months ago. But entirely, we have a plan for that. Look at that. Jenny, you're so good. She made a shortcut. Savingdinner.com/shots if you want to get the collagen shots recipe. Hello. Is she not the best? Anyway, I look, you know, the meal prep stuff, this is how I look at meal prep, right? You can chop a lot of things ahead of time, use food processors. There's all kinds of things that you can do. It's always, though, about the mise en place. Mise en place is a French term that means everything in its place. So as you're getting ready to do your prep, and there's a lot of people who like to do a whole bunch of meal prep that, you know, beforehand. There's people who like to do the freezer meals the way we do them. There's people who need, you know, whatever. But this is how you do it so that anytime you're cooking, it's not hard. You take a look and you read the recipe. Take a minute. Just take a minute. And you know how I discovered this handy tip? Me, the cookbook author who's written 10 cookbooks. One day I thought, ooh, yum, that sounds like a good recipe. I'm going to go try it out and see, you know, if we can re-rig it and make it into a saving dinner recipe. I'm doing the recipe and then I'm reading, and let this marinate overnight. You know, had I taken a minute to read the recipe, I would have known. You gotta let it marinate overnight. So that just changes the prep time, doesn't it? And it changes when you do this. And that's what I'm saying to you. That when you take the time, first of all, step 1, read your recipe so you know what's ahead of you. Step 2 is, as you've read the recipe, go ahead and pull out all your ingredients and then pull out all your implements. Chopping board, knife, can opener, stirring thing, you know, stirring utensil of some sort, a skillet, whatever it is that you need, and then set up and do it. Measuring devices, all of it. That's mise en place. Everything in its place. And then you do your cooking and you're just standing in one place. You're not going boing, 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 boing all over the kitchen. I think this is why people don't like cooking, is because it's just completely disjointed. This is how you pull it all in together. It's an easy process. And let me just go one step further from there. Then you can de-mise en place everything. And all of the stuff you just opened up, it's all sitting right there. I take my cutting board, I put all the dirty stuff on the cutting board, take it to the side of the sink. Then I take everything that I used, put in the fridge, put in the pantry, put wherever it belongs. And the kitchen is not a mess. Now that you can take to the bank and use. I'm telling you, this is good stuff. If you learn to mise en place and then take it down, just reverse engineer the whole thing, you are going to feel like the queen of your own kitchen. I guarantee you. Now, when you're doing our freezer meals, what we do is we have everything set up in steps, just like I said, and we freeze them up in their different packages. We use, you know, Ziploc bags and number them, and then put them in a big Ziploc, and then you got a meal kit in a freezer bag and throw them in the freezer. Here's why we do this. I'm going to tell you exactly why we do this, because this makes me insane. There's a lot of people putting together these freezer meals and then they cook them, they let them cool, then they clean up their big messy kitchen after doing all of this, and then they pull their freezer meals out and it tastes like reheated meatloaf. Wouldn't you rather have a fresh one? That's what we do. We give it to you so that you can get the whole thing done and you have all these meal kits in the freezer and they taste fresh when you make them. Because who wants a Stouffer's reheat? You know, go to the Harris Teeter with a buy one, get one free coupon and have it done. You know, no. You can do it yourself and you can make it easy. We have them in the, I believe, don't we? I'm not sure. We have this in on our ebooks. And Jenny will tell me if I'm completely wrong. If you joined us for the Happy Mama workshop that Marla and I did, that was one of the bonuses. We had a bunch of freezer meals and stuff. So that's where you can take it. That's my idea for making freezer meals great. Now, secondarily, you can always freeze something that you have too much of, especially if you like live singly or coupley and you have 2 meals left and you say, I just want to have it the next day. Go ahead, you can freeze it. Most things you can. Obviously, lettuce isn't going to work well in the freezer or any kind of salad, but for the most part, most things will, especially, you know, like any of our hot melt sprint recipes would work in the freezer. Maybe not the side dishes, but that's what I got for you. Okay, this is from Angie and Beverly. You guys have just joined forces. Since I will be taking the new multivitamin, which of the core 4 can I still take? I would definitely take the CoQ10 and the CalMags. Yes, definitely take those 2. The B complex is in there. You know, different parts of the B complex is in there. Our B complex on the Wise Women's B complex is so good. And it has methylated Bs. So I like that. But what I would say to you is that you can also, I mean, anything you don't need, you pee out, you know, that's how your body works mostly, unless it's an oil-soluble vitamins. But these are all with the exception of the E and the K, which are good stuff, and the D. You got the D, yeah, I would do that. I would definitely just do the CalMag and the CoQ10. That's what I would do. All right. And I also thought of taking one of the multis instead of 2 and continuing with the core 4. You can do that, 100%. You know, again, there's nothing going to be dangerous about this, I promise you. And the multi covers a multitude of bases because there's a lot of micronutrients in it. Our B complex is so good, which I adore because of the methylated Bs. And remember, 60% of the whole 60% of the population cannot methylate on their own. They have a mutated gene. I'm one of them. And that's why our B complex has a methylated B12 and folate. So these are not, okay, these are not. These are just your basic multi. That's what we did, a basic and very inexpensive. By the way, flying off the shelf right now. And if you want to get yours, especially if you want to get the 25% off, you can order 6 of them, get 25% off. That's a humongous savings. Check it out. That's store.savingdinner.com. Good ideas for that. Look at you guys. You're coming up with your own ideas. Are they Sprint keto friendly? What are you asking, Letha? She's asking, I guess. Okay. No, go away. There we go. Okay, this is from Teresa. Should I continue the hot milk sprint? I like the recipes included and all that I had to eat and drink all week. Well, Teresa, and good for you. Teresa was one of our ones who was feeling a little iffy at first. This is just, you know, kind of getting down off of the, getting off of the carbohydrates. You know, carbs, even good healthy carbs, just aren't our friends if our waistlines are over 35 inches. It's letting you know, girlfriend, you got too many carbs in your life, because carbs become sugar in your body, period. So does too much protein, by the way. This is why we minimize the protein on the sprint. And if we can get to the place of, getting that all adjusted and just turning ourselves from being sugar burners into fat burners, because that's what the sprint's about. It's clearing all that metabolic clutter. It's getting rid of the carbs. It's getting rid of us dependency and addiction to sugar so that we can get to the place of feeling good in our skin again. There's a transition for a lot of people. It's called the low carb flu, the keto flu, whatever you've had. But once you're through it, man, you feel like $1,000,000. This is why I drink hot melt mix, because it always keeps you feeling good. It replaces those electrolytes. It makes a big, big difference. So can you keep doing it? You will get bored out of your mind. I mean, it's not like it's nutritional deficit, and it's not like you're just so low in calories, you're just, wondering about it. The whole idea of this particular plan is to get you transitioned over from being a sugar burner to a fat burner and getting rid of all the garbage and the garbage that's been in your life. It'll make you feel better. But we need to look at what's next. Always we need to be looking at what's next, because we will get bored. We're humans. We love to have all these different, taste treats out there and what have you. And we're recognizing, right, with the sprint, that you can have delicious food that doesn't taste like crappy cardboard diet food and still be within the means of what it is that you want to do. So what can you do next? I'll tell you, use these principles. Use the principles, because in this, and if you watched the webinar last night, I talked about collagen loading and dirty fasting and also intermittent fasting, how all of these things work together in order to get you to where you want, in order to break through plateaus, in order to feel really good, in order to correct hunger hormones. Because when our hunger hormones are unleashed, that's just an ungodly feeling. It's like having a little gremlin sitting on your shoulder and saying, let's eat, what's in the pantry? You go down and you're rattling around in the pantry like, Scrooge's ghost. It's just crazy. It's dumb. But we do it out of habit, and we don't need to be doing that anymore. We get to the place of understanding that is just not a necessary thing to do anymore. However, I don't want you bored. So what you need to be doing is looking at the principles. What are the principles? Well, the principles are keeping those carbs low, getting lots of green in, looking at the fiber content of things and making sure your fiber is up there, keeping yourself hydrated, making sure you're getting enough sleep, all of that. It's all in the webinar, by the way. You can watch it on the webinar. You can take all these notes, and then, Teresa, it's going to help you to understand what's next for you. Our bodies are really incredible. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, y'all. We are. And we have this ability to heal ourselves and to do the work that's necessary if we give our bodies what they need. It's sort of like if you are building a house, you don't go out to the work site with all those contractors standing around, hand them a bottle of Elmer's glue and toothpicks and say, go for it, boys. You don't. You give them the correct building materials. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of you guys were building your houses with toothpicks and Elmer's glue. And that's why you feel crappy, because it's not holding you up. We need the nutrition to do that. We need to clear out some of this inflammation. And inflammation is the foundational principle of why you feel like crap. It really is. Blows everything up. We had a gal today saying, gosh, I can see my ankles, I can see my toes. Inflammation's gone away. And this is why I never ever dismiss and say, oh, it's just water weight. What do you think water weight is? Where did it come from? It came from inflammation. So if you're clearing inflammation and water weight, if you're clearing water weight, you're clearing inflammation. And good for you. High five. This is how we feel better. This is how we feel better. Catherine's feeling amazing over there. Of course you are. You have cleared inflammation. You're getting all those nutrients. And watch your energy level. I want to hear from you about your energy level. Skyrocket. Skyrocket. Yeah, pinkies up, Mia. That's right. And for those of you who are new and saying, what the heck is with the pinkies up? Pinkies up, that's our sign of solidarity. It's like a pinky swear. And we put our pinkies up because we are in it together. This is our community. This is our connection. And this just basically signifies that. There she goes. There's Lizzie. She's got hers up too. So that's how you do it, Teresa. You continue until you're tired of it or whatever. You can continue. It's not going to be dangerous. You might have a little bit more calorie intake. You might find yourself, listen to your body. And that's my biggest thing. Can I just tell you, it's not about, am I following the plan? Am I breaking my fast, right? Whatever. Are you listening to your body? What is your body telling you? Is it telling you to eat? Is it saying you're hungry? If you're hungry, it's not about what I say or anybody else says. It's about what your body's telling you. It's time to, belly up to your blend tech. Let's get that smoothie made. Let's do that thing. That's exactly what it is. Doesn't it feel so good to be in charge, though? You are no longer allowing those stupid hunger hormones to boss you around. You're in charge. You are in charge, and that's that connects all the dots. And look at Susan. I'm so proud of you, Susan, by the way. Look at her. I feel so good and my energy is skyrocketing. I love this feeling. Yes, you do. We love this feeling because we are now finally into the place of now charging all those little mitochondria that have been so tired for so long. And we have to buck up and we have to like get through the mess of all that metabolic cleaning up. We have to get through all of that mess of we're over here with all these, you know, carb addictions and everything. We have to get through the mess. That's what we're doing on the sprint. We are cleaning up the mess. We're decluttering, really. And now we're bringing in all the good stuff. No longer building the house with toothpicks and Elmer's glue. Amen? Come on. You know, doesn't it make a difference? So keep that up. Okay, this is from Anonymous. How can constipation be prevented while doing the hot melt sprint? I do all my water and liquid, but still a problem for me. Okay, so I don't know what you were beforehand, so I can't really answer that well. I don't know if you are taking if you're taking Fiber Mender, which would be such a help. But the thing is, this is what constipation is. A couple of things with constipation. Constipation is merely needing to push things out, and you, for whatever reason, have slow peristalsis, right? This is the wave that pushes things out. Sorry, it's disgusting, I know. But you know, I look at this from the whole place of what is it that's going to really help me out here? What's going to help me out? Well, if I've got the fiber going, and I've got the water going, and all the hydration going, then basically things should be moving, and things should be moving themselves through. If not, take an Epsom salt bath. Put a lot of magnesium in that, like 4 cups, and just soak. Even rub your belly. You might have, I mean, I don't know what your constipation problem is from before, but I'm going to guess, just a thought, that before you didn't exactly have you weren't on top of the world as far as, you know, your bathroom habits, shall we say. And this, yes, this can, because you're eating probably less food, you're listening to your hunger hormones, it's not moving through as fast, but it is the fiber, it is the water, and it is also some magnesium maybe to help you out. And if you need to, you might want to think about digeszymes, think about glycozyme. I love this one. This one has cinnamon in it, which also helps with your blood sugar. But be looking at those kind of things, because these are the needle movers. These are the things that really help you with the whole constipation thing. Good sleep as well. I've even before, when I've had constipation, and you know, my constipation happened when I was pregnant. I used to put a warm pad on my belly and just pray to the gods that they would that it would go away. So anyway, that's what you need to do, because you know, constipation sometimes happens when we're eating less food. I don't know. Basically this is the end statement of this whole thing. I would need to look at your diet from before and look at what you're eating right now, and look at your plan, look at your intermittent fasting, look at when you're having your drinking and all of that, when you're doing everything, because this is not enough information. And this is from Jenny. If dirty fasting, when do you take the supplements that are to be taken when you're breaking your fast? So you would do it with just a shot. And I've done it too. This is another way that I've done it. You're taking, remember, when you're dirty fasting, you're at about 500 to 600 calories. Larger women, 600, smaller women, 500, somewhere in between. But what we're doing is we're keeping it under what your body thinks is eating food. And when we keep to a dirty fast, what we're doing is we're just trying to shake the box, get off a plateau, and also, you know, just get things going again. And it's super helpful. So a dirty fast is keeping those calories. It's the only time ever we count calories, by the way. So when we do the dirty fast and we're saying, okay, but we're only doing 500 calories this day, so how on earth am I supposed to break my fast, right? When you break your fast with your little collagen thing, I would stick with the core 4 for that day. I would just stick with the core 4, because 4 supplements, it's easy. You can use, you can still use your L-glutamine. You can still use your Leptofix, which I saw Vanessa's comment how Leptofix really helps. Leptofix is, I live and breathe by that. I take Leptofix and SAMe first thing in the morning. They keep Leptofix in place. Your Leptofix gets broken, by the way, as you're losing weight, and it makes you think like all the time, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Well, Leptofix helps to fix that broken leptin so that you're not hungry all the time and rattling around. And I know exactly what she's talking about because that is exactly how it is for me as well. So if you want to take Leptofix and Crave Crusher in addition to your Core 4, that's how I would do it, or your multi, and just keep it simple for that day. Because remember, when we do a dirty fast, we're throwing it in just to throw a monkey wrench into the whole thing. We're not doing this as a plan. It's just for a day. So for a day, cover your bases with the Core 4. Take any supplements that are going to help, you know, like your Leptofix in the morning, maybe Crave Crusher, throw Crave Crusher in when you take your Core 4. And then, you know, at night when you go to bed, take your Proactive Probiotic, because we need our friends to be helpful. Make your smoothies, your shots. You can throw some L-glutamine in there. I don't know if I put them in there before, but L-glutamine is our friend. And you know, I take it. If I've got cravings, here it is. It's right here in a little dish. You take it like so. Knocks out the craving, and it helps with appetite control as well. Helps to heal your gut. There's so many things about L-glutamine. It's my favorite amino acid. All right, so there you go on that one. Come on, friend. Come back to me. I'm just waiting for my computer to catch up. Okay, there we go. This is from V. When is the best time to drink the hot milk mix, and how? Empty stomach? You can do it any way you want to, really. But just understand, when you are taking your hot milk mix, yes, you are breaking a fast. You are breaking your fast. Now, you can even add in, you know, because hot milk, I don't have the calorie count on it right now, but hot milk mix is so low, you can probably even use it on a dirty fast. But just, you know, take a look, count the calories, write the whole thing out, have your plan for the day. That's what I would say for a dirty fast. But if it's just a normal day for your hot milk mix, have it when you want it. You know, it's just a wonderful beverage. It gives you the electrolytes and exogenous ketones, puts the whole thing on steroids with the MCT oil. Bada bing, done. It makes you feel good. It helps with the ketosis thing. It helps with muscle aches and pains. It helps to keep you full. At the end of my glass, you can see on the bottom of my glass, you can see how it's all pooled there. So I will have this all done probably around 2:30, and then you know what I'm going to do? I will go and get a bottle of Pellegrino, and I will put that in here, and what a refreshing drink. It's so good. It's so good. And then I got this fizzy, delicious drink. I just love it. There you go. Make sure that you don't need to get a blob. You need to also make sure you're putting it in a little dish, because you don't want to contaminate your big container. So we got to be clean. So, and how is just follow the directions. The directions tell you exactly. You're welcome, Nancy. I'm glad to help you with that. NB. Let's see. This one's from Mary. How much is too much water, Leanne? Well, too much water is if you flood yourself. So I make it a rule to set up a hydration station every single day. So as I'm getting my coffee ready, I have a thing that I do in the morning, and you know, God forbid Mark gets up and decides he's going to come in the kitchen and do scrambled eggs or whatever. I'm just like, get out of my way. I've got all these things that I'm doing, and I'm just like boom, boom, boom all over the kitchen. But I set up, I get my water bottles out and I fill them up, and I put them over in the hydration station just at the end of my island. I do that because I make myself go up and down the stairs in order to get my water in. My alarms on my phone go off on the 45 every day. 1:45, 2:45, 3:45. I start at 7:45 in the morning, and by the time I'm done, that is 10 flights up and down the stairs, and I've gotten more water. How's that for smart? Because I've just piggybacked something on there, and it makes me do it. And it helps. So how much is too much water? I mean, if you are drinking past the recommendations that I give you, which is your weight divided by 2 in ounces equals how much you should be drinking. 150. If you weigh 150 pounds, you should be drinking 75 ounces of water. 75 ounces of liquid. Let me clarify that, which means your hot milk mix counts. You know, this is, I just take mine right out of my water bottle. Your Pellegrino counts. It means also that your, what else counts? Your hot milk soup counts. Just some bone broth counts. It all counts. So you just need to be looking at what's in there. If you are drinking way beyond that and because you're thirsty, you need to go see your doctor. This is a sign of diabetes. So let's just keep to the, you know, if we keep to the formula, we're good. But if you're going way past that, or you're thinking, I want more than that, then got to get that checked out. And that, my friends, is the end of our Facebook Friday Q&A. How do you like that? I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful for you. Thanks so much for sharing this message. Thank you also for supporting Saving Dinner with everything you do. I mean, you have just helped us so much in elevating everything that we do, helping us get more people on our team so we can help you even better. All of this is because of the community that we have created, and I have a heartfelt thank you and appreciation for you, so thank you for that. And if you have questions, if you have anything that you need help with, I'm here for you. Just tag me. Tell me you need help with something. And don't forget, you can always send in questions for our Q&A for next Friday, because I do this every single Friday, to support@savingdinner.com, and in that email subject line, just put questions for Leanne on Friday. I'm there for you. I will do it. Okay? And if you want to go watch that webinar, girlfriend, get on it. It's savingdinner.com/webinar. All the things, all lined out for you. Have a pencil, have a paper, have a highlighter, bring the gold stars, do that thing, because there is actionable stuff for everyone. Okay? All about you. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you guys. Love you. Peace be with you.